Emma, shall we?
In 2015, I felt the calling to become a sponsor, and I worked at that time.
Kelly, at that time, worked as a cleaner
I worked only to pay my bills.
because many times she was the only one with income at her house. She had many difficulties.
My sons wanted to go out and we had no conditions because I didn't have money. And any mother or father gets upset and sad with this.
Kelly was a person that was dependent on the others, financially dependent.
I was always fatigued, didn't have time for the family, didn't have time to go to church. So then a moment arrived in which I got tired of working only for working.
So then she had two problems. She couldn't supply for the needs at home and also did not have time for church. There was a moment she had a hard time finding work and she stopped sponsoring.
I stayed a year without sponsoring. I stopped sponsoring because I was not working anymore. God spoke to me about my calling that I should continue. I asked God, I need to continue following my calling as a sponsor, but I need to hear from you. What do you want me to work with now? I don't want to follow my own directions anymore. I want to have time for my family and I want to have time for God's things. I don't want to only work anymore. I wanted something different. I felt that God had another purpose for me. So then I started to get more involved with God things. I got focused on this.
And she wanted to have her own business, you know?
She went on seeking God, and one day God spoke to her that He would supply all her needs if she sponsored again.
God said to me, seek first the kingdom. Instead of sponsoring something that God had already placed in my heart, my own business, I sponsored my own ministry.
God spoke to her and she made the decision and she obeyed God, you know?
So then she started sponsoring again by faith, got the payment bill and started sponsoring.
God said like this, that's it. From now onwards, I will supply. I will do the work. One day I prayed to God and I asked, what should I do? And I dreamed that I was doing Brazilian sweets.
God touched her heart to start working with savory and sweets, something that she did not yet know how to do. And then she started learning about it and seeking God. And God started capacitating her, giving her wisdom. People started asking for different things, and she started to fulfill the customer's requests.
And from then on, God started to bless. And today I have time for my family. Today I have time to do God's work, having my own business. And truly today I can say I am happy. I do what I love. I work with homemade sweets. I work with cakes. I fry snacks. I make truffles. I make alfajor.
What she does is actually very good. I endorse it.
Kelly's Delicacies was then opened in 2019.
Today, I have my company registered. Everything is regular. Some time ago, God had already spoken to me to have a Facebook page. So then I did a Facebook page. I have Instagram.
There was a big change in her life.
The greatest benefit that I have through Kelly's Delicacies is to enjoy my family. This, for me, is my greatest blessing because we could never go out to enjoy ourselves.
God completely changed her financial situation, and she's just having victory in her house in the name
Today,
of
we
Jesus.
go out every week. We have quality time. We go to the cinema. Today, I look at my sons and I see that they have what they need. God has given us a good condition, and it's not through working a lot, but through obeying. I said to God that I wanted to increase my sponsorship, and I was able to do so.
She has been faithful and does not want to stop sponsoring anymore.
I am enjoying the prosperity that God has given me.
And the Word of God says that the blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and He adds no sorrow with it. So I see that today she is happy. We rejoice with her also, seeing the change that God did in her life.
God's prosperity makes me wake up happy and sleep happy because I am in the center of His will.
We get speed